Using Dollar Tree items, you can create beautiful wall art. It's simple and inexpensive, but the outcome is nothing but spectacular. If you're interested on how I created this beauty, here is what you need. 7 Dollar Tree 8x10 frames, spray paint, E6000 glue or hot glue, box cutter or any straight edge cutter, ruler, 5 Dollar Tree mirrors, graph paper or any other form of artwork. So let's get started. Okay guys, we are going to start first with these Dollar Tree frames. These are the Certificate of Achievement award frames. It's 8x10. And we are going to use just the black frame here. We're going to get rid of everything else. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut the plastic off all of these. Be careful not to cut the glass or the frame itself. And then we're going to turn it over and lift up these metal prongs here that keeps in the cardboard back here in the back. So we're going to lift that out and we're going to use this later. So we'll put that aside. I need at least a couple of those. Get rid of the paper and then we'll take out the glass. And then we're just left with this nice thin frame. And this is what we're going to use for our wall art. So we completed taking everything off of the frame and I have 7 empty frames here. I went ahead and decided to go ahead and take the black prongs out except for 2 of the frames. As you can see here, they still have the black prongs still in there. It was pretty simple to remove. Just take some pliers and just gently pull them out. Now we're going to spray paint our frames. So let's get prepared for that. So we're outside getting ready to spray paint the frames. I will be using this Valspar metallic and I heard it was pretty good and actually does a good job of getting this chrome look here. So we shall see. This is my first time using this. And if it's good, I think I would start buying this because if I like the look. So we shake this up and we're going to go over lightly at first and then we go back over again on a second coat. We're going to want the top and the sides. Oh, it sprays on nice and even. I don't have to go over it too many times. So that's pretty nice. And I only had to do that just lightly. And that covers very well. So I think I would be using this a lot more. So we make sure we got the sides. We'll let this dry, and then if it needs a second coat, I will come back and give it a second coat. Okay, so while those are drying, we are going to create our art. Remember, these came from the back of the frame, so we are going to use these as some of the options or some of the designs that I want to use in the art, the frame wall art. So we have several of these that we can experiment on, and one of the options that I decided I may use is this craft paper. Now this craft paper is gorgeous. I got this from Michael's about I don't know, maybe a month or so ago, and it's gorgeous. It's by Craftsmith, and what caught my eye was some of the metallic pieces in here that I thought would really look pretty in the wall art. So I will flip through some of these to show you what we have in here. They're very pretty. A lot of gold pieces. Most of you know I don't do gold, but they do have other options here. Some tans and black and creams. So this is very, very nice. I love it, and I thought it would look very nice if I decide to use it in the frame. So that's one of the options. Another option is I had some leftover flooring that I used in my bathroom, and it's, you guys seen these at Lowe's. They're adhesive back tile. So this is another option that I can use for the frame art. I just basically cut it down to size, tear out the paper on the back, and adhere it to one of many of these. So that's another option. So let's get started with our choices. Okay, these linoleum pieces is going to take a little bit more work to do. So what I've done, I measured the back of the frame on here. I made sure I picked the best design that I want to be shown. And I take a pencil and measure it out on both of these. So you can see the pencil mark there. And then we're going to have to use a hand saw, a little crafting saw I call it, to cut these. The frames turn out very nice. I am very impressed with that spray paint. So I will be using that again. Look at the shine, and it's nice and even. No drips. It dries really fast. So I put about 2 coats on here. Okay. So now we need to figure out how we want to design our frames. So I have some kind of idea. I drew a picture of how I want my artwork to go. So let's see. All right, so we'll start with 3. So here's the trick. You have to be able to make sure that everything is even, and when you get ready to glue it down, they're actually touching. Now I have a size in mind of how big I want this. So this table may be too small, but we will see. So those 3, make sure they're even. So we have 3 there. We have 1 here. One on this side. And this goes here, and this goes here. So since I have a general idea how I want the frame to go, I turned over the first three and we are going to start gluing. We're going to use E6000 glue and we're going to liberally place the glue on the frame. Then we do the other side up here. Make sure it's even and press down. So we'll let this set and then we'll continue gluing the rest of them. Okay, so we're going to take our first option here. So this I think is the option that I think I'll go with. It's a little calming, more milder. Okay, so we're going to stick this right in here. Now let me show you what I'm doing. You see the lip here, this little ledge? This is where it's sitting. And once it sits there, it will have a very clean look. And the reason I'm doing it this way is because if I put it inside the frame like that, then it would be like a frame with a picture on it, and I didn't want that. What I want is for it to sit on top like this, so it can be a clean look. See the difference? Okay, now we are going to place our tile on the frame. Now, there's adhesive on the back of this tile, but we are going to use the E6000 glue along with the adhesive just in case it decides to lift off. Everything is dry. Now we're ready to assemble. So we have the three pieces that I glued together earlier. We turned them around to the back, and then we have two extra pieces here that I am going to put in position. And I also put the backings back on the tile to protect the sticky surface that's being shown. So I put the paper back. Okay, so to help us keep everything level and balanced, I have a level here that I will be using to check my pieces to make sure that they are balanced. Now we can glue it down. We want to make sure that the pieces that need to be touching and anchoring the other pieces is doing so. So we have a spot down here that I need to make sure that is anchored, and a spot down here to make sure that it's anchored. And the reason I turned it backwards to do this is because it gives me a good feel, and I can actually see what parts that I need to glue. If I turned it on the other side, I couldn't really see it or be sure that I'm gluing down in the areas that should be anchored to each piece. Okay, my friends, this is what it looked like. We are almost done. So the next thing I'm going to put on here is some of these mirrors. And I'm going to just place them around in areas that I think that it would go. So we will put one here, and then the other will go here, and then one right here in the center, one over this area, and then the last one will go here. So we are going to glue these down, and then we'll see what it looks like. inspiration that started this project. I seen this in House magazine or House online, I can't remember which, and I printed it out to save it for a project, and I thought this would be a good project to do for the second bedroom or the hallway wall. And I just loved it. It's contemporary and it's lines and squares. Just fell in love with it, and I said I can do this on a DIY and from things from Dollar Tree. So this is what I start with. This was the inspiration. Now we will see the finished product. So here is the final product, my friends. I am so loving this. It's so close to the inspiration photo that I cannot believe how well it looked. We started out with some Dollar Tree black frames, and we painted it a chrome color from Valspar spray paint. It turned out beautifully. It took 15 minutes to dry. I added 2 coats, and I love the color. Then we had some tile that I've already had when we first moved into the home, and that was a free item, and I just cut it to size and added inside the frames here, and you can see the difference in me putting the tile on top of the frames instead of framing itself. And then we added some Dollar Tree mirrors that I already had. So all in all, this project cost me $7, and that was just for the frames. But if you want to start from scratch, it probably would cost about $15 to do. And hey, that is a bargain for a nice piece of wall art. Let me know what you think. I hope you guys got some inspiration. Do your own or do something similar. Send me some comments below and let me know how you think about the project, and I'll see you on the next one. This video may not be ideal for everyone, but my objective is to provide ideas, tips, and inspiration to create a look that will work for your home. Well, that would do it for me, my friends. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more organization, decor, and innovative ideas and tips delivered to you weekly. And please leave comments or questions you may want to share with the family. I am always grateful. See you on the next video. Smooches!